everyone, it's Danny. Welcome back to another layout for the Cocoa Vanilla Studio design team. Today I am going to be working with the amazing Sunkissed Collection, of course. This is still really new, so I'm having lots of fun playing with it. And today I'm going to be making an album title page. So this is going to be the introduction to my album for a holiday that me and my family took to tropical North Queensland. And of course, this collection is just perfect for a tropical summer holiday album. So I am working in an A4 album. That size it's kind of in between 8.5 by 11 and 9 by 12. So I find the easiest way to do that is just to grab the page protector and use a pencil to mark where the page will fit and then trim it. I could measure it, but it's kind of like an odd size, and the millimeters, it's just a bit of a pain. It's not like an easy to remember size. So that is just a quick, easy way to do that. Now I am using some cut files. I find that, and I talk more about this over on the blog if you want to check that out. The link is in the description box below. But when you're making a page that does not have any photos like this one, that it can be a lot easier to fill in all that space by using some large elements. So I'm going to use two fairly large cut files. This one I'm using is a tropical flower from Copa Cut Files. And I also have a title there, Cairns, that I made myself just in my Silhouette software. It's quite simple to do. And I'm going to back those. Now I'm using the 12 by 12 pattern papers to back the flower. I just found the right colors and patterns that I wanted in the larger papers. So I am using the Summer Lights, Feelin' Fine, and Good Vibrations 12 by 12 pattern papers to back these. And I'm using a combination of the trace and cut and then the stick and cut method. So you can see here I've just stuck that down and I'm trimming off the excess. Whereas with the leaves, I trace them on the back side of the paper and then trim them out before gluing them down. I tend to use either or, whichever suits me best, depending on how I am backing the cut file. So I really loved the kind of ombre, pinky, reddy colors in this pattern paper for this large flower. So I'm trimming those out. I'll just speed this up really quickly, so we will zoom through that. And then I'm going to come in with the kind of sketchy, it's kind of like a sketchy mixed media kind of distressed patterned paper to back the other flowers, and I'm going to use variations of the orange and pink tones in the background of that one. So that is that, and then we're going to skip to, and that will be all backed. Right, so now I'm going to back my title, and I've actually used the pocket cards to back this. I wanted a few more cooler colors, so I've gone through the pocket cards and found the patterns that I liked the most, and I'm going to use those. Now I've deliberately kept the colors on this title kind of on the cooler tone. So if you look at the background that I have there, the rainbow stripe, where my title is going to go up near the top, the colors mostly those reds and pinks, so I've tried to kept it more to the blues, greens, yellows, and one little bit of orange in my title so that it doesn't disappear on those warmer colors at the top of the page there. So there, that is all done, and I'm just going to, pretty much that is how it's going to go. I'm going to supplement my large title with some of the foam glitter titles. I'm going to put Getaway on here because it was a holiday. It was a getaway. So I'm just popping that just below my main part of my title, lining those up, and I'm getting these all positioned before I glue everything down. Just making sure that that will all fit. And now I'm going to come in with my glue and just pop a bit of this behind all the parts of my cut file. When I do the floral, I'm just going to put glue up on the inside, kind of like away from the edges, up the center of the cut file. And that is simply because I will come in a bit later and add some foam squares behind the edges of some of the petals and the leaves to create some extra dimension. I do that off camera though. That was kind of something that I forgot to do on camera. I'm also popping some foam behind that kind of stamen part in the center of the flower so that that pops up. And now I'm going to add some of the small phrase stickers off the accessory sticker sheet, kind of like a brief journaling spot just here below my title to help fill in some of that space. And those phrases are all really applicable for a summer holiday, so they're just perfect there. I will add a sketchy border with my white gel pen, something I really like to do. It kind of helps to enclose the, the layout, I suppose. So I'm just doing that really, really sketchily, really kind of handmade, roughly. And then I will add some of these florals from the floral ephemera. I don't go too crazy with these because I do already have that large floral cut file, but I really just wanted to supplement that. And I apologize, I'm out of frame with this part, but I will move back into frame in just a second. So I've just built a small cluster up the top here, just using a yellow and a teal little aqua flower. I just wanted to bring something up to the top of the page. It was looking a little bit too bottom heavy for me, a little bit plain up the top there. So just creating a small cluster there. Coming off the page, and I'll just trim off that excess. And I will also pop in just a couple of florals down at the bottom of the page. In with this cluster, I really love that pop of yellow at the bottom there, so I'll pop that one in. And then a couple of small orange flowers as well. Now these two small orange blossoms, I am gluing straight to the page, but I actually went in off camera at the end and pulled them back up and popped a foam square behind each of those. So you'll see that in the finished photos at the end. And then the very last thing I'm going to do just to finish everything off is bring in my inks and do some splatters. This is one of my favorite things to do. I do this on nearly every layout, so this is going to be no exception. I'm using the white Liquitex acrylic ink to do some teeny tiny splatters, and then I will come in with my nice bright shiny metallic Kaiser Mist in gold and sprinkle that all the way around. And I'm going to make sure to get the gold mist all over the petals on that large pink flower as well, just to bring in some extra detail to that cut file. And with that, my layout will be finished. So thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to check the description box below for the link to the blog post and to the Coco Vanilla Studio Facebook group. Close-ups are coming up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.